Hello everyone and welcome to Nekoosa High School and a Tuesday night edition of High School Sports. We have girls action for you tonight as the Amherst Falcons play a visit to Nekoosa. They'll take on the Papermakers in non-conference basketball action. My name is Tom Kirst. Behind the camera tonight is my favorite teacher, Nita Kirst. And it's great to have you along with us for this broadcast. Our thanks go out to Tom Lokes and his fine staff at Wisconsin Rapids Community Media for helping us make telecasts of NHS sports possible. Well, the Nekoosa girls have had a tough go of it of late. They've won only once in the past 6 games. Make that 5 games and only twice in the last 11 contests. Unfortunately, things don't get any easier tonight for the Papermakers as they take on a talented Amherst team that is ranked number 3 in Division III state rankings. The Falcons come to town sporting an impressive 17-1 overall mark, with that lone loss coming against number 2 ranked Laconia that late in November. A member of the Central Wisconsin East Conference, Amherst currently leads the league with a 9-0 mark, a record that has them 2 games up on second place Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Nekoosa brings a 4-12 season mark into this game. South Central Conference play, the Papermakers are 3-4, a record that places them in 3rd place behind league leader Wisconsin Dells and 2nd place Watoma. These two teams got together a year ago at Amherst, with the Falcons taking a 71-41 decision. But tonight we're here in the Nekoosa gym. Basketball coming up. It's the Falcons and the Papermakers. Now the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. First for the visiting Amherst Falcons.
Number 12,
Grace Moe is a 5'7" junior.
Number 20,
Ashley Groshek, a 5'7" junior.
Number 40,
Maisie Berry, a 5'8" senior.
and
Number 40 is Lauren Bolte, a 5'9" junior. And starter number 5 for Amherst is number 44, Heather Pearson.
And Marcus Jensen.
Amherst coached by Mr. Greg Jensen.
And
Now the starting lineups for the hometown, the Nekoosa Papermakers.
Number 13, Marissa Harnish.
Marissa Harnish wears number 13. She is a sophomore.
Number 15,
Cassandra Mortel, a 5'6" junior, wears number 15. Tess Keenan, 5'8" senior, wears number 21. Inside, Jenna Baker, 6'1" senior. And starter number 5 for Nekoosa, 5'5" junior, Dandy Hendrickson. She wears number 33. Nekoosa coached by Mr. Scott Linsmeyer. He is assisted by Mr. Chris Stensberg. So it's the 17-1 Amherst Falcons taking on the 4-12 Nekoosa Papermakers. Amherst has not lost since November 30th, I believe it was. Looking to finish out January undefeated. But Nekoosa gets the ball to begin the ball game. Nice crowd on hand for a Tuesday night. A nice little ceremony before the game tonight where the players honored a teacher of their choice. Said a few words about the teacher and the reason for them choosing that particular teacher, but it was a nice honor for all the teachers, both former teachers and current teachers here at Nekoosa. Good idea. Hendrickson tips that one out of bounds. Nekoosa last played on Friday night. Dropped a tough one to Mauston, 40-37. Nice pass inside. Heather Pearson.
Number 44, Heather Pearson.
Gets the bucket on a nice feed. Nekoosa and Mauston had played a tough game earlier this year, overtime game here in Nekoosa, with the Papermakers getting the win that night. Last week it was Mauston getting a little revenge. Turnover turns into a bucket and a foul as Grace Moe puts it down.
Papermaker, foul number 13.
And Marissa Harnish picks up her first foul.
Grace Moe.
And Amherst looking for a 5-0 start here. We've just played a minute. Nekoosa with 2 turnovers already here in the first minute. Moe sinks the free throw. And now inbound pressure, and Maisie Berry gets the easy one.
Basket number 20, Maisie Berry.
7-0 Falcons. Now this Amherst team had quite a year last year. They had one loss heading into the tournament last year. Made it all the way to the sectional final before losing that ball game to Wrightstown. So again, all the way to the sectional final in Green Bay last year before Wrightstown took them out. You know, they're a pretty young team yet too. You know, you look at their roster, and I only see 2 seniors, both starters tonight, Berry and Pearson. A lot of juniors on this Amherst team. You got some nice size with a 6-foot Jensen and a 6'1" Pearson. This team might make a statement in the tournament coming up, Division III that is. Playing a pretty tough conference too, which includes Wittenberg-Burnham, which has had a very good girls program with the last 10 years. That team's always baffled me, or that school's always baffled me. They just dominate during the year on the girls' side, but they always get upset in the tournament. I don't think they've made it to state yet. Anyway, it's a pretty good conference. Lob inside, Baker with the left hand gets it down. So Jenna on a good feed from Hendrickson.
Falcons foul number 3, Grace Moe.
Moe got the foul.
The Papermakers, 23, Jenna Baker.
Moe and Bolte out. Dose and another mystery player in the ball game right now. I think it's Groshek was a starter. Groshek with a good feed. An easy basket there for Pearson.
2-point basket number 44, Pearson.
9-2 our score. 15-10 to play here in the first half. Baker tried to get it up. The ball was deflected. They're going to give it back to Nekoosa. Papermakers with 2 non-conference games this week. This one tonight against Amherst. Then on Friday, Nekoosa travels to Wausau to take on Newman. Martell for 3. A little bit long. Conversely, next week, Nekoosa with 2 conference ball games. One on Tuesday, one on Friday. Good strength that time by Pearson as she puts it down. Her third basket, she's got 6 points, and Amherst leads by 9. Hendrickson, a little too hard off the backboard. Baker with the rebound. Keenan up the left side. Looking to get rid of the ball and has it taken away. Possession arrow points to Amherst.
Checking in for the Papermakers, number 3, Callie Dye.
4th time Nekoosa's given it up here in the early going.
Back in for the Falcons, number 3, Grace Moe.
Callie Dye, a 5'4" junior, checks in for Coach Linsmeyer. Nekoosa 2-3 zone to begin this ball game. Nice screen. Set up the shot by Jensen, which was short. Now Hendrickson needs a little bit of help, gets it from Baker. Season winding down with Nekoosa with only 6 more ball games, 2 this week, 2 next week, and 2 the following week. And it's tournament time already. Grace Moe with a steal in the basket. She's got 5 points. Nekoosa with 5 turnovers, and Nekoosa with a timeout. 13-11 to play, first half, 13-2 Amherst. So Nekoosa puts it in play. Down big early. Let's see if we can get something going here offensively. Amherst, by the way, man-to-man defensively. And really challenging every pass right now. Dine left it short. Got it back, though. Nekoosa trying to get a little motion going. They get a break there as that ball was heading out of bounds, but Barry got a hand on it for Amherst, so Nekoosa gets it back. Baker. Picked up by number 40, Lauren Bolte. Baker takes it inside and is called for the walk. So the team in blue with it again. Well, Amherst has had some good sports programs throughout the years. Boys and girls. Missed there by Moe. I always think back to that team, I think it was like 2000, wasn't it? Our daughter was a senior in high school, and Amherst came out of nowhere and got hot during the tournament. Beat Nekoosa first or second game of the tournament, and then went on to state with probably about 6 or 7 losses.
Papermaker basket number 33, Danielle Henriksen. Checking in for the Falcons, number 12.
So that's reaching back, what, 17 years? Well, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Well, Baker got away with one there, I think.
40 years was a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, I was telling Anita earlier tonight that 40 years was nothing. Why does 17 seem like so many then, huh? Another pass taken away. Little running 3-footer by Lindsay Dose. Her first basket. 15-2 our score. Hendrickson kicks it back out. Baker for 3. Harnish couldn't get that rebound. Amherst has it. Beats Nekoosa down the court. Tess Keenan on the floor, earns a held ball, which goes to Nekoosa. Mortel back in for Nekoosa, along with number 51, Elizabeth Boudreau. Elizabeth, a 5'8" senior. Nekoosa with what? 1, 2, 3 seniors on this varsity team. Keenan, Baker, and Boudreau. Well, they're fairly young. Problem for next year, though, is that probably half the points this year are coming from Keenan and Baker. As a matter of fact, I've got those stats here. Baker averaging a little over 15 a game, and Keenan about 11. JV game tonight. We saw the end of that ball game. Amherst won that by about, well, I'd say about 13. Low scoring game. I think Nekoosa only had like 12 points in that game. Boudreau looks inside, goes cross court. Mortel along with the 3. And I believe that was Bolte with the rebound. Well, they do a nice job of getting the ball down the court and swinging that thing around. Get a good shot there from Jensen. And Harnish with the rebound. Her pass, not a good one. Coming back at Nekoosa again. And a layup and a foul as Dose puts it down. And I believe Mortel is going to get the foul.
2-point basket made by number 22, Lindsay Dose.
Cassandra with her first.
Mortel.
Second team foul on Nekoosa.
Number 22, Dose.
So team fouls haven't been the problem for Nekoosa. Scoring has.
In for the Falcons, number 20, Mason.
Dose now with 5 points. 18-2 start for Amherst. Boy, Macy Berry does a nice job of moving her feet, guarding the basketball on top. It's going to be Nekoosa basketball. Hendrickson back in for Nekoosa.
The Falcons, number 10, Amara Ben.
And Amara Ben, a 5'5 junior, checks in for
Hendrickson.
Coach Jensen and the Falcons. Harnish way on top to Hendrickson. Harnish takes the 15-footer, and boy, does Macy Berry does a great job of blocking Mortel off the backboard, and Mortel gets the foul as she tried to climb the back of Berry. Again, just good fundamental basketball. A lot of girls don't get that block it off thing on a. Maybe I just should say a lot of players don't get that block it off thing on rebounding. Foul went on who? Jenna Baker? Her first. And Heather Pearson shoots a pair. Heather, a 6'1" senior. And sticks that second one right over the front of that rim. 19-2. 9 minutes to play in the half. Anna Schaefbauer in the ballgame now for Nekoosa. Pearson beat everybody back and lays it down. And Coach Linsmeyer is going to take his second time out of this first half. 8:42 to play in the half, 21-2 Amherst. Nekoosa with it, looking for a basket. It's been a while. Jenna Baker with the only hoop for Nekoosa thus far. And Amherst gets it right back. Don't lose your picture, Nita. Nekoosa still 2-3 zone. Nice screen by Pearson. Berry puts it inside, tapped out of bounds by the Papermakers.
In for the Papermakers, number 21.
Tess Keenan back in for Nekoosa. She replaces Harnish. Amherst really looking to get the ball inside, get that best shot they can. That ball was tipped by Nekoosa, but picked up by Pearson, who lays it in. That ball went over a few shoulders, maybe over one head, before it ended up in Pearson's hands. Heather now with 11 here in the half. And Pearson's going to pick up the foul there against Baker. Second team foul.
On the Falcons, number 44, Pearson. Checking in for the Falcons.
Nekoosa with 5.
Gina Jensen.
Of course, I only have 4 listed, so I'm not sure where that 5th foul comes from. Baker on the inbound from Dime.
2-point basket number 23, Jenna Baker.
Jenna with the left hand and now has 4 points. Nekoosa trails by 19. Well, even the bad passes are ending up in the hands of the Falcons.
2-point basket number 44, Pearson.
Pearson picks up another easy basket, and Baker picks up another foul.
23, Baker.
And I think that's a second now on Jenna.
Shooting 1.
It is. 16 foul though on Nekoosa. And Pearson, who has 13 already, looking for number 14 here. Pearson with 14 of the Amherst 26. Hendrickson, I'm not sure where that ball was going. Picked off by Pearson. And again, Nekoosa doesn't get back on defense, but Barry does him a favor and blows the layup. I think that if I was a coach, that'd be more disparaging than not scoring a whole lot of points. It's just not getting back on defense. A lot of that is just effort. Amherst has beaten Nekoosa down several times here in the first half. And now Hendrickson fires it into the Amherst bench.
In for the Falcons, number 3, Grace Moore, number 14, River, Nebraska.
Mortel and Harnish back in for Nekoosa.
Checking in for the Papermakers, number 13, Harnish, and number 15, Mortal.
Well, Wausau Newman's a pretty good team too, I believe. Or it has been in the past. Nekoosa basketball. That's Nekoosa's next opponent. You know, Amherst has played Newman already this year. I thought. I don't see it on the schedule now, though. Maybe I'm confusing that with Assumption. Martell for 3. Save? Nope. It's going to be Amherst basketball. Amherst topped Assumption back on January 15th by 40. Assumption isn't the team it was a few years ago, but that's a pretty good looking right there. They also have beaten Wausau East by 49. Keenan with the basketball. Their loss to Laconia was at Laconia, 60-49 the final there. By the way, Laconia is undefeated. They're 17-0. Nice feed, nice play by Baker. She slaps it away. And a foul coming up on Grace Moe. Wow, that block was perfectly timed that time by Baker. She made a good, clean block. (26-4) our score. Jenna Baker takes it up against a couple of defenders and puts it down.
23, Jenna Baker.
That time with the right hand. Lauren Bolte picks up the foul. And Jenna back to the line with the chance for that old-fashioned three-point play. She has all 7 of Nekoosa's points. Nekoosa trails by 19. 5:10 to play in the half. Three ball on the way, and bottom of the bucket for Gina Jensen. First tray of the night for either team. 29-7. Mortel loses it. Has to give it up, but she does to Harnish. Marissa lost it. It's going to be called for the double dribble. Nekoosa's turned it over 12 times here in the half. Now, it's hard to find a close game for this Amherst team. Nice feed. Bolte with the basket.
Falcons basket number 4.
They did beat Wittenberg Burnhamwood by 9 back in December at Wittenberg. Otherwise, 20, 30, 40-point games. So this is not uncommon for this Amherst group.
Checking in for the Papermakers, number 33, Hendrickson.
Amherst has 3 games left after this ball game tonight. They take on Menominee Nation, who is 10-7. 3-ball missed by Jensen that time. Keenan with the rebound. And they take on Waiawega Fremont, who is at the bottom of the league, a 1-15 record, and they take on Wittenberg. So that Wittenberg-Burnhamwood game coming up next Tuesday, big one for Amherst. Now there's steal and a foul as Berry is going to head to the free throw line.
Hitmaker call number 33, Hendrickson.
Danny Hendrickson with her first, I believe.
Falcons number 20.
No, it's her second, so that's my missing foul. 7th now on Nekoosa. And 5'8" senior Macy Berry shoots a pair.
In for the Falcons, number 12, Groshek, and number 22.
Groshek and Schaefbauer check in for their respective teams. One out of 2 for Berry. 32-7 our score. Another pick pass, this time by Groshek, who lays it down. Ashley Groshek, her first basket.
Falcons basket number 12, Groshek.
You know, on the season, Amherst is led by Pearson, who averages about 18 a game. Another easy shot for, this time, River Dombrowski, her first basket.
River Dombrowski.
36-7. Harnish with a miss. As I was saying, the Amherst scoring on the year, Pearson 18 points a game, Bolte 12 a game. Jensen with 8, Moe with 6 a game, and Groshek with 6 a game. Dose also 6 a game. So some balanced scoring, led by Pearson. One of the 2 seniors on this Amherst team. You know, Amherst is in the Central Wisconsin East Conference. Another turnover. Dombrowski is going to get another one. River Dombrowski and a nice feed from Ashley Groshek. 38-7. I think the Central Wisconsin East Conference leads all conferences in hyphenated names. They have Wittenberg, Burnhamwood, Iola, Scandinavia, and Waiawega Fremont. So 3 out of the 8 schools. Combined schools. Hey, there's a nice play. As Keenan lays it down on a good feed from Marissa Harnish. 38-9, a minute 50 to play in the half. Now I was surprised to hear that Pittsville was in a new conference this year. That's a Central Wisconsin whatever conference too. That's the same as Port Edwards, Tri-County. You know, Pittsville had been in the Merrillwood forever.
In for the Papermakers, number 15, Martell.
Right, yeah, they're competing in this other conference this year. By the way, Tri-County has a heck of a basketball team there on the girls' side. Keenan with a miss. Nekoosa basketball with a minute 23 to play in the half. Harnish is fouled going up. So Marissa looking for her first point on the night. We'll get a chance here.
Foul made by number 22, Dose. Go to line, shoot 2 for the Papermakers.
Lindsay Dose got the foul. Team foul number 5 on the Falcons. And Marissa good with the free throw. what we've seen this year, Marissa is a good foul shooter. That's the kiss of death. No. Nice looking foul shot there by Harnish. As Georgia Bentley would say, how do they do that? 38-11 our score. 3 ball on the way. Dose with a miss. Good rebound inside by Lauren Bolte. She has 4.
40 Bolte.
And Amherst now with 40. .40 to play in the half. Mortel tried to drop it inside. Harnish can't handle it. And here comes Amherst. And a grab on top. What was the call there? Call the offensive foul?
Yep.
Wow, I thought Groshek was just grabbed at the free throw line. But it goes on Groshek. 20 seconds to play in the half. And we're going to get a travel before the turnover. Nekoosa with 17 turnovers here in the first half.
In for the Falcons, number 3, Grace Noel.
15 seconds to play in the half. Bolte battles in the middle and she takes it up and is fouled. Well, Lauren Bolte doing a nice job inside now. She's replaced Pearson in the post.
Falcons, number 40, Bolte.
And between Pearson and Bolte, 20 points tonight in this first half. The left-handed Bolte makes the first. Amherst has done a nice job shooting foul shots tonight. Certainly look like they know what they're doing there. 3 seconds. Got a chance. And this first half comes to an end. Nekoosa heads off to the locker room, scratching their heads. We'll see what they come up with in the second half. First half, all Amherst. Our score, Amherst 42, Nekoosa 11. Second half underway. 42-11 our score. First half scoring for Amherst. Heather Pearson led everybody in scoring. She had 14. Ashley Groshek with 2. Gina Jensen with 3. Grace Moe with 5. Lauren Bolte with 6. Lindsay Dose with 5. Maisie Berry with 3. And River Dombrowski had 4. Bolte gets the first hoop of this second half. For Nekoosa, 3 players in the scoring column. Baker with 7. Keenan with 2. And Harnish with 2. Jenna Baker on the other end has 9 now tonight. 44-13 our score. 3 ball on the way. Clanks out. And Harnish with the rebound. Nekoosa with 17 turnovers in that first half. Amherst with only 3. Amherst 7 out of 9 from the line. And Nekoosa 3 out of 4. Good play by Keenan on the other end. Amherst is winning everything tonight, by the way. JV game, the varsity game, and they also have a gentleman in front of us who won the 50-50 drawing. He said he would share some of that money with us. It's only right.
Ashley Groshek.
What do you want to eat, dinner? Baker had that one tipped. Mortel hustling, tips that ball out of bounds. Groshek on top. Nekoosa still 2-3 zone. And Amherst does a nice job of moving the egg around that 2-3 zone, inside and out. Pearson missed an easy one, but got it back and lays it down. She's got 16 now. 46-13. Yeah, Nekoosa girls have only one more home game this year. That a week from today, for tonight, Tuesday, February 6th, they take on Watoma here in the Nekoosa gym. So that's it. It's hard to believe, huh? No, I guess it's not hard to believe. It's been an awfully long January. Hey, the basketball season still goes in a hurry. So tournament basketball coming up the week of, is it the 19th of February? Easy little 12-footer that time for Barry.
2-point basket number 20, Macy Barry.
48-13. Marissa Harnish with a miss. Good hands by Hendrickson creates the foul situation for Amherst.
Foul made by the Falcons, number 12, Groshek.
As Ashley Groshek got the foul, her second.
Papermakers, number 3, Mally Guy.
Nobody in serious foul trouble yet in this ballgame. Nobody with more than 2 fouls. We haven't had a whole lot of fouling in this game. Is that a word, fouling? Nice job of helping that time by Bolte as she cut off Baker on the baseline. And on the other end, it's going to be Nekoosa basketball. Good hands by Hendrickson. Gym a little bit more empty right now. We lost our band at halftime. Baker's shot, I think Pearson got a piece of that. And again, Nekoosa napping on the other end, but Groshek with the miss of the easy one. Hendrickson, bump going up, she'll shoot 2. So Danny looking for her first point tonight. As Bolte picks up her second foul. Danny Hendrickson, a 5'5" junior.
To the line, shooting for Papermakers, number 33, Hendrickson. Checking in for the Falcons, number 5, Jensen, number 10, Amara Beth, and number 22, Lindsay Dose.
Danny misses a pair. Still 48-13, 14-10 to play in this game. Hey, that's a nice feed. Again, Pearson has done that several times tonight. She misses the first shot and gets it and puts the second one in.
Papermaker foul, number 33, Hendrickson.
I think she's just working on her game.
To the line, shooting 1, Pearson.
Pearson now with 18 on the night.
For the Papermakers, number 45, Anna Schaefbauer.
Anna Schaefbauer, the freshman, checks back in for Nekoosa. As Heather Pearson shoots 1. She's got a nice looking foul shot too. Looks like she's throwing a dart. Just puts it over the front of that rim. Nice and soft. Biggest lead of the night right now. Doing the math, 38 points right now. Tess Keenan is going to shoot 2. So Harnish took it up. And Tess found it on the other side of the rim, and she's fouled taking it up. And number 3, Grace Mole, picks up her third foul. Test now with 3 points on the night. Nekoosa's been outscored 9-3 here in the second half. Three ball on the way. Keenan pulls it out of there. Lob to Tess Keenan. Baker tied up on the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on Amherst. Gina Jensen picks up her first.
In for Nekoosa, number 15, Mortel.
I believe that's the 5th team foul it is on Amherst here in the second half. Jenna from 15. Mo with it for Amherst. Little smile on the face of Dose that time. She had the shot, didn't take it. Now she gets it inside and scores. Lindsay Dose with 7. Boy, real balanced scoring by this Amherst team. Baker got the roll.
2-point basket, number 23, Jenna Baker.
Jenna with 11 on the night. 53-16 our score. Dose for 3. No hesitation that time, huh?
Basket number 22, Dose.
Dose now with 10 for the night. 56-16. Schaefbauer on top to Dine. Baker surrounded by 4 blue shirts. And a foul coming up. I'm not sure if that's a shooting foul or not. It is not. Heather Pearson got the foul.
And checking in for the Papermakers, number 51.
Boudreaux back in for Nekoosa, replacing Keenan. As Dine puts it in play with 12-11 play here in the game. Callie Dine for 3. Chased down by Amara Ben. Ben, the only player that's seen the court tonight that hasn't scored for Amherst. She missed the shot there. Baker again gets the roll. That's a tough shot by Jenna. It really is. She has the knack of using either hand around the basket. It's hard to tell sometimes if she's left-handed or right-handed. Mortel ties up Bolte, and it'll be Nekoosa basketball.
Checking in for the Falcons, number 14, River Dombrowski.
See some of the Nekoosa boys basketball players across the way tonight. It's one of those strange nights, or rare nights I should say, where the boys and girls aren't playing on the same night. Elizabeth Boudreaux leaves that one short. Boys have had a tough weekend. They played 3 games in, 4 days. Friday, Saturday, and Monday. They're still looking for that first win. Got a few boys games coming up in the next couple weeks. See if Nekoosa can get a win. Nice play by Bolte and a good block by Jensen. Oh, Baker had it too, lost it going out. The Amherst basketball.
In for the Papermakers, number 13, Marissa Harnish, and number 21, S. Keenan.
10:15 to play. 56-18 our score. Harnish takes it away. Ben takes it away for Amherst. Nice feed. Dombrowski now has 6.
Basket number 14, Dombrowski.
Hey, besides this ball game tonight, Watoma's at Lodi, another non-conference game. This Friday night, I mentioned Nekoosa at Newman. Watoma's at Princeton Green Lake, and Liddell's is at Poinnette. Conference basketball next Tuesday, the 6th of February. Watoma here at home against Nekoosa, Boston at the Dells, and Adams Friendship at Westfield. Jenna Baker's going to shoot 2 as Dose picks up her second foul.
Go to line, shoot 2 for the Pacemakers, number 23, Baker.
Jenna with a good-looking free throw.
Checking in for Nekoosa, number 33, Henriksen.
Baker with 7 in each half now, total of 14 for the game. Leanna Schoen's going to check in for Coach Linsmeyer.
Number 31, Leanna Shane.
Make that Leanna Shane. As Jenna makes a pair. Shane is spelled S-C-H-O-E-N. Hendrickson with a foul. I was talking about the South Central Conference a few minutes ago. Wisconsin Dells leads the girls' side of that conference. They're undefeated at 7-0. Watoma 6-1, right behind them. Nekoosa 3-4. Adams Friendship and Westfield 2-5. And Mawson with that win last Friday over Nekoosa, now 1-6 in the conference. Wisconsin Dells and Watoma, by the way, the only 2 teams in the conference with a winning overall record. Dells 16-1 and ranked in the state, and Watoma 13-3. Mortel's pass bounces to Baker. Jana missed the easy one. Danny Hendrickson has fouled out.
Yeah.
Well, we got her for 3 fouls. Somebody's got to learn to watch the game. So Hendrickson done for the night for Nekoosa. Not based on my scorebook. Hey, nice play by Tess Keenan. Catches the ball, a quick turn to the basket, puts it down, and draws the foul.
It's goal number 40, Bolte. Shooting the and 1 for the Pacemakers, number
And
21.
Lauren Bolte picks up her 3rd, I believe. Yep, her 3rd. And Tess completes a 3-point play. Tess now with 4.5, 6 for the game. Of which there's 8 minutes to play yet in this ball game. Bolte with a miss, and then she's fouled by Keenan going up.
Papermaker foul number 21, Tess Keenan. Go to the line, shooting 2 for the Falcons, number 40, Lauren Bolte.
So Lauren Bolte now shoots 2. Yeah, she's got a real nice touch on that free throw. 3 for 3 on the night. She's got 9 points.
Number 12, Groshak. Also checking in, number 30, Shayla Gross.
Now looking at the South Central Conference scoring leaders on the girls' side, Skylar Brascia is the leading scorer in the conference. 333 points, averaging about 19.5 a game. Baker with a miss. Baker a 3rd time, got it.
Papermaker basket number 23, Baker.
You know, Skylar Brascia in that ball game Nekoosa played just last Friday against Boston, Brascia was the difference. She had, if I remember this right, 24 points. 24 of the 40 Boston points. And 19 rebounds in that game. That's a monster game. Bolte just got the basket, by the way. Mortel with the left hand, left it short. Going back to the scoring leaders. Actually, I was looking at that wrong. I mean, just conference games, Caitlin Meister from the Dells leads everybody in scoring, averaging 18.9 a game. Bracia is second, averaging 16.4. Jenna Mace averaging 16.4. So that's Mawson and the Dells. And then Nekoosa, the next two spots, Baker and Keenan. Jenna averaging 13.7 in conference play, and Tess 13 points in conference play. Baker hits the 3-ball. So Jenna Baker having a pretty good scoring night, huh? She's got 13 and a half, 20 for the game. You know, thinking all conference this year in the South Central Conference, you know, there were a nice move there by Lindsay Dose. Last year, there were 6 first-team selections and the girls all-conference race. 4 of those were underclassmen. So there really are just 2 open spots as if they have 6 players again. So there's going to be some competition for that first team. Boudreaux left it short. Baker missed. And Groshek, no, that's Dose comes up with it. Yeah, Shannon Sorbo and Autumn Werman from the Adams Friendship were the only 2 seniors on last year's all-conference teams. Otherwise, Mace, Meister, Bracia, Weisensell, who's having a good year again for Wautoma. I really expect Jenna Baker to be first team all-conference this year. I tell you, Tess Keenan has played well, especially in conference games, too. So it'll be interesting. I just can't see Nekoosa getting 2 first-team players, though, amongst all the good players in the conference. Lauren Bolte.
2-point basket, number 40, Bolton.
She's got 13 for the night, 66-30, 4:50 to play. Yeah, we haven't had 1 stoppage of play or timeout here in the second half. Girls are getting a good workout. Hey, get down. Oh, it won't do it. Elizabeth Boudreau with a nice move. She was fouled and shoot 2.
Foul made by Falcons, number 14, Dombrowski.
Dombrowski got the foul. I sure thought that field goal was going to go down. Elizabeth with her first point tonight.
For the Falcons, number 5, Jensen. And checking in for the Pickmakers, number 45, Shafar.
Boudreaux makes a pair. 66-32, 4:30 to play. Tough shot there by Groshek. Almost went down. Schaefbauer with a good feed to Keenan, who lays it down. Well, that worked out well, didn't it? Tess now with 10 for the night. Three ball on the way by Jensen. It's her second tray tonight. Excuse me, that was Mo.
Basket number 5, Gina Jensen.
No, that was Jensen. Here's her second tray tonight. 69-34. Anna looking for a friend, finds Keenan. Shane with the miss. Boudreaux had it, and Schaefbauer ties up Dombrowski. The Amherst basketball with 3:14 to play. So again, this Friday night, the girls at Wausau taking on Newman. And then next Tuesday, the girls here in the gym taking on Wautoma, their last home game of this regular season. Nekoosa foul coming up. As Shaylin Brooks, a 5'8 junior, steps to the line.
Kid maker foul, number 21, Keenan. Front of the line shooting 2 for the Falcons. Number 30, Shaylin Brooks.
Tess Keenan with her first foul tonight. And Shaylin Brooks with her first point tonight. Amara Ben back in now for Amherst, and again, she's the only Amherst player that hasn't scored tonight of the 10 that have played. It'll give and go, this time too much. Schaefbauer saved it right to Jensen. Held ball, this one goes to Nekoosa. I don't think the boys play anymore this week. It's sort of interesting, you know, they played those 3 games in 4 days, and now they get the week off. We're going to see the boys a week from Friday. What day is that? The 9th of February? They'll take on Westfield right here in Nekoosa Gym on the 9th of February. We'll be here to do that game. Or at least I will. Maybe not Nita. Jenna Baker with a good move.
Taker basket, number 23, Jenna Baker.
Jenna now with 22 of Nekoosa's 36, minute 45 to play. Wide open 3 for Jensen. She says, why not, huh? Gina Jensen, a 6-foot junior. She looks sort of bored out there, doesn't she? Maybe it comes too easy for her, I'm not sure. She was almost sorry when she made that last 3.
She's a player who is focused.
Focus player, that's a good way to put it. Jenna Baker. Boy, she's having a half, isn't she? She's got 17 and a half, 24 for the game. 73-38, 1 minute to play. Little step that time before the shot by Brooks. And these officials still working hard all over that call. 40 seconds to play. Trying to get the ball to Baker. Tapped out of bounds by Amherst. 31 ticks left on the clock. Schaefbauer trying to post up inside. She gets the basketball. Kicks it back out to Shane. Oh, got it. Leanna with her first basket.
10 seconds.
Baker with a block. Nekoosa will get it back. I guess Nekoosa won't get it back. It'll be Amherst basketball. Shot is missed, and that's going to be the ball game. Jenna Baker took one in the face there to end the ball game. Not quite the way you want it to end. But Amherst comes to town, and they show what a quality team they are. They take it to Nekoosa. Our final score tonight, Amherst 73 and Nekoosa 40. So the win, Amherst now 18-1 on this basketball season. And they remain, of course, 9-0 in their conference play. Nekoosa with the loss. Now 4-13 overall, and they remain 3-4 in South Central Conference action. Quick scoring rundown. First for Amherst, Ashley Groshek had 2, Gina Jensen 9 on 3 3-balls. Grace Moe with 5, Heather Pearson with 20, Laura Bolte with 7. No, make that 13. Lindsay Dose had 12. Can you sense I'm doing math here? Macy Berry finishes the game with 5, River Dombrowski with 6, and Shailene, make that Shaylin Brooks with 1. For Nekoosa, Marissa Harnish finishes with 2, Tess Keenan with 10, Jenna Baker leads all scorers tonight with 24, 17 of those coming in the second half. Leanna Shane with 2 points, and Elizabeth Boudreau with 2 points for Nekoosa. So again, our final tonight, Nekoosa loses this one to Amherst, 73-40. That's it for us tonight. I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank Nita Kirst for doing a great job behind the camera. And again, we'll be back next week for more Nekoosa basketball. We'll see you then.